Hello and welcome to another video. Welcome back to 5 Minute Friday. Excuse the quarantine trim. I've just done some cardio on the bike and it's an absolute shambles now. So in today's video I'm going to give you a really simple beginner's program to get started in the gym. I know that out of quarantine, going to the gym, it's a little bit daunting for that first time. So hopefully while you're in quarantine you can get some decent gains so you feel confident to go into that gym later on. So first of all, I'm going to give you some really simple key points that you need to try to accomplish in each workout that you do in this training program. So point number one, and the most important point, is to try and get better over the weeks of your training. Now it doesn't matter if you don't get better from each workout to workout, but as long as you get in a general trend of progression, that's going to be perfect, and that's going to ensure that you are definitely getting some gains. My tip number two is to make sure you enjoy the workouts. There's no point doing anything that you don't enjoy because you're just not going to stick to it, and then you're not going to be able to get that progression because you're not going to do the workouts. So if you can find something that you really enjoy, go for that, and then that's going to help your progression. Now, some people like to work out for a long time, some people like to work out for a short time. So if you're one of the people that don't like to work out for very long, just do maybe a 20-minute session, make sure it's intense, and make sure you're progressing, and that's going to be plenty to progress as a beginner. So tip number three for this beginner workout, I'd really advise to get the right amount of volume. Now as a beginner you're not going to have to do that much work to get progression, so there's no point doing loads and loads of sets every week if you could just do a few sets a week. So I'd recommend try and do around 6 to 8 sets per body part for the first couple of weeks of working out, and that's going to be plenty to see some progression. Now you could split this up over the week if you want shorter workouts. So for example, if you're doing a leg workout, you might do 4 sets for your legs, 4 sets for your glutes, something like that. And then you could do that twice a week, so that would be enough volume for the weekly volume that you're aiming for. Now once the progression starts to slow down a bit, you can just increase the volume a little bit, and then you'll continue to get some progression. My final tip is to train towards your goal. So for example, if your goal is to get better cardiovascular endurance, there's no point training biceps every day. You might as well put all of your time into that goal that you're trying to achieve. If you've got any questions about how to train for your goal, drop it in the comments and I'll be sure to answer your question. So now I'm going to give you a little example program as like a general overall body hypertrophy beginners program. Right, so this is the very quick and simple beginners program that I've just written out. So like you can see, it's following them sort of principles that I set out earlier. Here, for example, we've got a leg day on Monday, we've got a rest on Tuesday, we've got push on Wednesday, rest on Thursday, and then we've got pull on Friday. So push is chest and triceps and shoulders, and pull is back and biceps. Then Saturday, Sunday we've got rest. So we're resting 4 days a week, and then we're training 3 days a week, so it's not going to be too hard to fit into your schedule. So for each different workout we're going to be hitting enough volume to stimulate that muscle growth. So for example, on this leg workout we've got 4 sets of squats, then we've got 4 sets of lunges, so these are going to be hitting like the quads, a little bit of glutes, and then after we do the squats and the lunges, we've got 4 sets of hip abductors and 4 sets of hip thrusts. So that gives you 8 sets for the quads. You get a little bit of hamstring activation with the squats and the lunges, and then it gives you 8 sets for the glutes. So there's plenty of volume there to start off your training. Now we move on to the push workout. We've got press ups, pike press ups, diamond press ups, and tricep dips. Now if you're wondering what these exercises are, I've got a video at home workout. You can go check that out. I'll leave a link in the description. So as you can see, we're hitting 4 sets for the chest, 4 sets for the shoulders, 4 sets for the triceps here, and another 4 sets for the triceps here. But on these diamond press ups, it's going to be incorporating also the chest and the shoulders. The pike press ups is going to be incorporating a little bit of chest. So as you can see, the volume sort of levels out and you're getting enough volume once again to stimulate some growth. Then finally we're on to the back portion of the workout. We've got an inverted row, Superman holds, bicep curl, hammer curl. Now obviously the bicep curl and the hammer curl, you're going to need some sort of weight, so maybe you could, I don't know, grab a bag of rice or something if you've got a decently heavy bag of rice. But yeah, just play around with a few things and you should be able to find some decent weights that you can use. Like I said, on all these exercises I've written 8 to 12, 12 to 15. On all of them it gives you a little bit of a rep range that you can go through. This means that you can progress from week to week. So for example, on week 1, you might only get 8 on the bodyweight squats. So then next week you've got room to move up to 12 if you can. Now, obviously once you hit 12 on bodyweight squats, you can't really progress anymore. So this is the point where you might want to get a backpack, put a little weight in the backpack, and therefore you can progress the exercise again from week to week. If you've not got a backpack, you can always do intensity techniques such as drop sets. You could just slow down the downward portion of the movement, the eccentric portion. All these things will make the exercise harder and then make sure that you are trying to progress each exercise. So yeah, give this program a go. If you're a beginner, it's going to be a great start to your training. You're going to get some decent gains and build that confidence so that you can go into the gym feeling massive. I hope you enjoy this workout and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on Series Sunday.